With the overabundance of superhero movies being released every year, it's kind of hard to imagine a time before the MCU. But oh boy, was it a time. Ugh. Disney had a crack at it in 2005 with Sky High, a movie about a superhero high school. Yes, I know, I picked the weirdest movies to do videos on. I never grew up with any of those Disney Channel original movies that a lot of people may remember, but I had this one on a DVD pack along with Tim Allen's Shaggy Dog. No one watched that. Martin Scorsese says that superhero films aren't cinema. Well, clearly he hasn't seen this movie. What's that guy even done anyway? Taxi Driver? No one's seen that. But anyway, who wants to get Sky High? Before we get started, thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. The internet can be a scary place. I mean, I can't even look up Sonic without The best way to stay safe online is by using a VPN service, and what better one than Surfshark? Surfshark makes online protection super easy. It encrypts all of the data sent to and from your devices and makes sure that your IP address stays hidden so that no one can see all the body pillows you've been browsing on Amazon. Surfshark provides a huge library of countries to connect to, including ones that aren't even real like New Zealand. They also have a bunch of other super cool features, like one that blocks both ads and malware that you may encounter on the web. Just don't block ads on my videos, please. Aside from just online protection though, one of the best things about Surfshark is being able to bypass content restrictions in your country. Netflix doesn't have the Emoji Movie? Then switch over to Japan and bam, now you have no excuse not to watch it. I mean, we're all paying the same amount for this stuff, so it's only fair. And I can tell you from experience that Canadian Netflix is putting all the other ones to shame. And unlike a lot of other VPN services, there's no limit on how many devices you can use it on at once. So be sure to check out the link in the description to download Surfshark and try it out for yourself. And hey, I've even got a promo code. Use the code Diamondbolt, I am very creative, yes, for 83% off and an extra 3 months free, giving you access to the best price in the market right now. And with that, the protagonist of this story is Will Stronghold, the son of the Commander and Jetstream, the two most powerful superheroes on the planet. The former having super strength and the latter flight, so of course their son has nothing. But his parents somehow don't know this. Will is off on his first day at Sky High, the school for superheroes in training. Despite his lack of ability though, everyone around him treats him like he's the second coming of Christ.
You too. Up.
It will be an honor.
No, it's fine, you don't have to.
And what would a teenage high school movie be without a romantic subplot featuring a childhood friend crushing hard on our protagonist with them being completely oblivious of it?
So he can sit with his girlfriend.
Layla? No, she's just my friend.
Yeah.
In that case, hi. I'm Larry.
Whoa, is that the bad guy from Megamind? The two hop on the bus and just like that, their teen superhero high school comedy adventure begins. I like how they imply that they try to keep a low profile so that no one finds out where the school is, but then not one person has questioned the suicidal bus driver steering a bunch of kids off a bridge. Within not even like a minute of arriving, we of course encounter one of the rules of high school movies. There must be at least one obligatory bully character, even in a school full of superheroes. One can run super fast and the other one can stretch, which is just perfect for being annoying pieces of shit. And immediately after comes our second mandatory high school trope. Man, this movie's getting through the checklist fast. It's our love interest.
I know you're all going to love it here at Sky High. I know I have.
Her name is Gwen and she is nice. Yes.
Welcome to Sky High.
Yeah! After getting their basic introductions out of the way, both the students and we as the audience meet the best character in the movie.
Alright, listen up. My name is Coach Boomer.
Nope. I'm not saying it. So he explains to them the process of power placement, where they show off their powers to him so he can determine whether they're a hero or a sidekick. It's kind of like a talent show, except they're being judged on the one and only skill they'll ever have. That's like actual school, but at least they're upfront about it instead of tricking you into thinking you have a chance for 12 years. But anyway, if you've ever wanted to see Bruce Campbell in shorts, then this is the movie for you.
Car.
I like how he doesn't even check to see if he has super strength or anything. He just drops a fucking car on it. Sky High must get plenty of lawsuits.
Are you sure you know?
Hey!
Oh god, he's scary. Man, it must be extremely demeaning to immediately have your existence invalidated within like the first half hour of school.
Oh. Hero. Get out of here, knucklehead.
Did Boomer just slap a kid's ass? Did he just slap his own ass? I don't know what's worse. Should should we be letting this guy work at a school? Anywho, we're introduced to another major character, the super hot, edgy guy, who has a grudge against Will because his dad is a villain that Will's dad defeated and locked up. So in comes the inevitable rivalry that blossoms into a begrudging and totally not gay friendship. His name is Warren Pierce, and I almost guarantee you there is an entire Tumblr fanbase dedicated to only him. All of our main cast are determined to be sidekicks, except for Will, who was literally saved by the bell. What I really want to know is how he somehow made it this far without having any powers. Like, how is not a single person found out? Maybe his real power is just being extremely good at bullshitting.
Hey, listen, I need a freshman rep for the homecoming committee, so if you'd be interested, we could talk about it over lunch sometime.
I ate lunch.
Nailed it, dude. So, following the break, Will's ruse is finally exposed as he has to admit to Boomer Campbell that he actually doesn't have any powers. Yeah, so my power is that I'm like stronger than Goku and can turn Super Saiyan 8 and my punches explode galaxy. See what I mean, dude? You can't just do that to people. But yeah, he eventually works out that Will is not kidding about being powerless. That whole sidekick hero thing seems like a pretty fun system, actually. I kind of want to try it myself. Hang on, I have an idea. Paper Plane, what is your power?
My power is that I make Transformers videos for my channel, Paper Plane.
Hero!
My power is I can extend the length of my penis.
Hero!
My power is creating trash, ranging from trash to wasteful to suicidal thoughts.
Lex's power is that he can be deafened and muted at the same time.
My superpower is growth.
Wait, so you can just make any part of it?
Hell yeah, buddy.
Sidekick!
My special super ability is I can distract the enemy with comedy. Would you like to? I've brought some material. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 was considered a registered enemy of the state and a known terrorist. Why didn't the Spellison ask out his crush? Because he had no guts. Why didn't the man wake up in the morning? Because he had no guts.
I think I'm gonna need to think about that one. I think that power is like can be weaponized in a dangerous manner.
I have the power of God and hentai on my side.
That doesn't tell me what that does.
I have the power to make people spontaneously cry and doubt their life choices right in front of them. Let me explain. Adam, Aqua will never be real, and even if she was real, she will never love you.
Aqua shit.
Okay, Ben, what's your power? George, I'm not gonna lie, you made me cry. So it worked, therefore it's very effective. Therefore, hero!
My power is to spontaneously gain clout by following me on Twitter at Nebby.
Just thinking about that one real quick. Sidekick!
Do you think Sky High gets school shooters?
Anyway, where were we? The nurse explains to Will that he might be a late bloomer, meaning that he won't get his powers until the big dramatic finale of the movie. She cites the bus driver we met earlier, Ron Wilson, as an example of this. How dare you say that? Ron has powers in his own special way. Upon his return home, Will's dad shows him his secret hideout, because he somehow still doesn't know his son hasn't developed his powers despite raising him from birth. How does that even work? He calls it the secret sanctum, which sounds like a horrible euphemism.
Your grandfather finally trusted me enough to give me the key to his secret sanctum.
Ah, stop it! He shows him around the place where he keeps souvenirs from previous battles. I am sure nothing here will become important to the plot later on. The next day is when classes begin.
My name is All-American Boy.
Oh, hell yes!
Greetings, Little Misfire in the Mad Science Lab. No need to panic.
You know, I was kidding before about the Megamind guy, but oh my god. Yeah, I can't blame him, that'd be my reaction too. At lunch, the bullies trip Will, so he falls on the edgy Taylor Lautner, and so here we go with the unavoidable cafeteria fight scene. That's another one off the list.
Mr. Boy, do something!
I'm on it.
I really do have to appreciate how they captured an authentic high school environment, in that everyone is just standing around and watching one of their peers die. Thanks to all of the amazing help of his classmates, Will does his best to fight Warren off, and just like that, he unlocks his super strength. And then they both end up in detention. Of course. So, wait, let me just make sure I'm understanding the plot here. In a world full of superheroes, our main character has no powers, and his mentor is the best hero in that world. He goes to hero school in spite of this, and eventually develops super strength. Is this a live-action My Hero Academia movie? Well, at least it doesn't have that piece of shit Bakugo in it. Oh, wait a minute! When Will gets home, his parents are more concerned with the fact that he had the audacity to defend himself so he didn't die, instead of him now conveniently having powers. Well, his mom is anyway. His dad...
I took away your Xbox.
But I don't have an Xbox.
Are you sure?
Oh, God, I wish that were me. Will then gets transferred into the hero class for having powers that are actually useful, though that means being away from his friends. Luckily for him, his partner in the new class is very conveniently Gwen. Well, that worked out well.
Come on. Come on. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Feet, 2 steps on my foot.
Are they gonna play that every time? And we learn that she has the power of cheating. Unfortunately for her, though, their teacher's giant, disgusting head isn't just for show.
You're far too modest, Mr. Stronghold. Miss Grayson, in the future, please allow the students to succeed or fail on their own.
That was only a warning shot. Next time it shall be you. I don't know why they allow me to work here. Within a very short period of time, Will has already converted to the cool kids group, and that means he doesn't need those lame sidekicks anymore.
Oh, hey. Come on. Not so tough when my boys around, are you?
Jesus, these guys are such assholes to everyone for no reason. So Will, instead of, you know, doing the reasonable thing like telling one of the teachers or dropping them off the side of the school, instead makes a bet with them in their next PE class. And if they win, the two have to stop bullying Will's friends. Yeah, but that's totally gonna work. PE class is their Save the Citizen exercise, where a team of 2 plays the heroes trying to rescue a prop, and the others the villains who try to stop them. The bullies choose Will and Warren to team up, and just like that, their goal is more or less just to beat the shit out of each other. Damn, I wish my PE classes were more like that instead of just being bullied by the kids who get more than 30 seconds of exercise in a day. They manage to win after Will does literally all of the work. Good thing he's got super strength, otherwise his back might hurt from all that team carrying he's doing. When he gets home, Gwen is there for them to do some... homework. Because Will is doing it means he had to stand up Layla, the plant girl, as they had organized a dinner earlier at school. As she's waiting, she is served by none other than Warren, who turns out to actually be a pretty cool guy when he's not trying to burn students to death. I love this scene though, it really characterizes Warren and makes him more than just a generic bully character, because this movie has plenty of that.
You know what I think? To let true love remain unspoken is the quickest route to a heavy heart.
That is really deep.
And your lucky numbers are 4, 16, 5, and 49.
He listens to Layla talk about how she's in love with Will despite him completely forgetting about her that night. Funny how that works. Speaking of Will, let's see what he's up to.
I don't usually hang out all night with my mom and dad.
And here we go again with that goddamn music. As Will walks her home, Gwen mentions how she invited his parents to the upcoming homecoming dance as guests of honor, and that she also doesn't have a date.
Now if I could only find someone to go with.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. Good night. After her conversation with Warren, Layla works up the courage to ask Will if he wants to go with her, instead of just asking the guy who did not, in fact, completely forget he organized dinner with her.
It's about homecoming.
Really? Me too.
I'm going with Gwen Grayson, the most amazing girl at Sky High.
That's awesome.
Okay, so plan B, she's inviting the hot fire guy instead.
Warren, you are crazy.
Yeah, that'll show him. Gwen tricks Will into throwing a party at his parents' house and then asks if the two of them can go somewhere quiet. So of course, he takes her to the sanctum. God damn it, Will, you had one job. I mean, who can resist the classic line, "Hey girl, you wanna come into my secret sanctum?" Layla overhears the party and shows up only to get roasted to oblivion by Gwen. And when Will finds out, he breaks it off with her and says he's not coming to the dance anymore.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get something straight, okay? You do not dump me.
Sorry, Gwen. I just did.
Ooh, gonna need some super burn healing superpowers for that. Super burn. So now it's time for homecoming.
Hey, you wanna dance?
No.
Me neither.
And Will decides he's still not going. Also, yeah, take that, Spider-Man. Sky High did the homecoming superhero thing first. But then, after conveniently looking at the school yearbook, Will discovers Gwen used to be in his dad's class, and is the owner of one of the weapons in the sanctum called the pacifier, which is now missing. Which means he'll have to make it to homecoming after all.
And to mark this occasion, we planned a special tribute to the most powerful super being ever to walk the halls of Sky High. Me!
Well, that went from 0 to 100 real quick. Gwen reveals her evil plan to the homecoming attendees and turns into her supervillain alter ego, Royal Pain, who looks like a Power Rangers villain, or that one Fortnite skin. Then she turns the commander into a baby. Oh, so that's why it's called the pacifier. Hey, that's clever. Jetstream follows soon after because apparently this is the most complicated threat these two have ever had to deal with, and the rest of everyone who isn't a main character is next. Oh god, not All American Boy!
What'd I miss?
Will manages to make it to school thanks to the best bus driver in the world and meets up with his friends to make amends, and it's all cute and stuff.
In case my homecoming date ends up killing me tonight, I just want you to know.
Well, that's one thing My Hero Academia didn't steal. The final fight commences between the bullies and the sidekicks, while Will prepares to do battle with Gwen as she ships out the babies she turned people into, so that she can, if I am understanding her plan right, create her own villain school where she will raise the babies into becoming bad guys. I think that has to be the best villain evil scheme in any movie ever made. I do love the hell out of this final act though. It's the perfect blend of silly and, dare I say, epic. There's just nothing an angelic choir can't make cool. It's then revealed that Royal Pain is planning to drop the school out of the air, so the sidekicks make a plan to stop it.
And I'm Ron Wilson, bus driver.
Yeah, get him, Ron!
Help!
Oh, well done, guys. See, this is why you'll never be heroes.
Surprised? So am I.
You're flying!
Aha! Yep, you can fly now. Totally called it. In spite of the sidekick's efforts, she drops the school anyway. So once again, Will has to do all the work as he uses both his newfound powers to stop it from hitting this random guy's house.
That could have been messy.
Now all that's left is dealing with the copious amounts of babies.
Perhaps I can be of assistance. Would you please carry me to the mad science lab?
That's the most cursed thing I've ever seen. With the help of Baby Megamind, they undo the effects of Royal Pain's pacifier, turn everyone back to normal, and get back to dancing as if nothing happened and all ends happily ever after. Yay! Sky High is super good. Oh god damn it, that wasn't meant to be a pun. The movie never received any follow-up despite being relatively successful at the box office, I guess. But there was in fact a sequel plan that would have been called Save You, as in Save University. Well, great, now I'm sad. I'm not quite sure why they cancelled it, but maybe it was just because Zoom came out a year after and it was just so good that they knew they could never top it. I feel it's also worth mentioning there is an entire subreddit dedicated to making memes out of Sky High. I have no idea how many jokes they can make out of only an hour and 42 minutes of content, but they sure are trying. Well, that was Sky High. It's always such a delight when a childhood movie actually ends up being as good as you remember it. Coach Boomer. Well, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check me out on Twitter, send anything to my PO box if you want your package open in a video, and of course, check out our second channel, Button Smashers, where we play games incredibly badly. See you all next time, fellow sidekicks.